Welcome to the Dirty Dish Podcast. Today, our topic will be trade day questions because the trade deadline is in 10 days. So, my name is Brandon Kerrigan.
Tyler Stott.
Michael Lindholm.
Daniel Rowe.
And the first question we're going to start out with is a trade you know will happen for sure.
Alright, so I was going to start with this one off. I don't really think any trades are for sure with certain players. I think a lot of teams just want to just deal some players out and change some things around. But I think the Hawks got to do something. They were a team that was making a push for the conference championship last year, and now they're looking pretty bad. They're the 10th seed. They're barely in the play-in. So if I had to say someone that's going to get dealt from that team, it's going to be probably John Collins. He's young. You can probably get some draft capital out of him. So that would probably be my trade that I would say is going to happen for sure. They'll probably try to get something out of John Collins. Maybe try to get someone better or maybe some draft picks so they can, for next year, they can look for another conference championship.
Alright, I'm gonna say a trade I know will happen for sure. De'Aaron Fox. There's no doubt in my mind the Kings need to make a move. They haven't been in the playoffs for how many years? A ridiculous amount. Maybe record-breaking.
Before Boogie. Like way before Boogie.
Did they make it with him?
No chance.
See, like, we don't even know. But I think we saw what the Kings are like without De'Aaron Fox. They're getting blown out by 35, like every game 25.
Weren't the Kings nice with Peja?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that was like the last time.
Yeah,
That was like, almost 20 years ago. And they haven't seen the playoffs since, not even as an 8 seed.
Where do you think he would go?
De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
I just think they need to make a move, because if they're losing by this much without him, might as well get the first pick and rebuild, because they're not doing anything around De'Aaron Fox.
A first round pick?
Like the first overall pick.
From who?
If they just, like, they're not going to win games. Right now they're sitting at like the 9. They're sitting at a 9 or 10 seed. So like, what's the point of this? They're not building it around anything. They took a chance on Marvin Bagley. How'd that work out? Nothing. Like, who was their pick? Did they even have a pick last year? Like, who was their pick?
I think it was Davion Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell. Alright, he's developing. But that's just another point guard there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's why I
they were a
believe.
guard-heavy team.
I'm interested to see where he'll end up though.
Something to bring
I
up
mean,
about
he's
that.
good. He's like John Wall. You're a John Wall fan.
That's what I'm saying. There's something to bring up about that, though. I got the Kings contracts right here. De'Aaron Fox only makes $5 million more a
Is he still
year
on
than
rookie
Buddy
contract or
Hield.
no?
No, he's not. And
That's what I was gonna say.
he only
I was
makes
gonna say
$5
Buddy
million
Hield has
more
to
than
get
Buddy
moved.
Hield.
That's crazy.
He only makes
And
$8
Barnes
million more
don't
than
change
Harrison
it.
Barnes.
They pay
Just
a lot
those
of
two,
guys.
yeah, just those two players alone getting rid of them would be $13 million more than you would get getting rid of De'Aaron Fox. I'm just saying.
I'm not talking for money reasons though, because you also have Tyrese Halliburton, who
But
obviously is a
money-
superstar without De'Aaron Fox,
Yeah.
as we've been seeing lately.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to kind of
Still
choose one.
Barnes.
I don't see them working together, in my opinion.
Nah, yeah, I see that. I'm just saying, you got a lot of money sitting on the Kings right now, and without De'Aaron Fox, they've been losing a whole lot of games, and there's a lot of money to go around before they get rid of the only player.
I
that's
would
been
trade
playing consistent.
everyone. I would clean the house if you're the Kings.
I mean, I just don't.
Halliburton
get
and trade
picks.
everyone.
I mean, I'm just looking at the money. Their money is
Picks
just
or players, Dom.
$9 million to
First round,
Tristan
if you can get
Thompson
the
this
first
year.
overall pick and then for Fox get another first overall pick, you're looking at someone like I don't know, Johnny Davis in the late in the first or not like with a pick, and then if you have the number 1 pick, you're getting
Don't
Paul
they get
Grover,
big?
Jabari Smith. I mean, like the Kings have a chance to really
They
do
could
something
turn it
great.
around.
I mean, if they get keep Halliburton, he's really good. Fox, obviously, nothing's worked there. You get two first.
definitely
You get a
valuable.
first round pick, then you're so bad. You get another really good first round pick. You're looking at a really good young team.
All right, but I just want to bring up all the players you have to get rid of before this rebuild's going to work. A Tristan Thompson, $10 million contract. A Richard Holmes, $10 million contract that's getting
You can
bigger
keep
every
Rashawn
year.
Holmes on your team. I mean, he's a
Yeah, $10 million.
Marvin
contracts
Bagley.
aren't really
People.
much anymore.
Marvin Bagley's about to be making $15 million next year. He's
Yeah, but
probably
when you look at, like-
it's like the worst
yeah,
contract.
but you
on
just
the team
got to
right
get
now.
rid of Harrison
There's
Barnes.
so
and
many awful contracts.
Tristan
Harrison
Thompson
Barnes
too.
and Buddy Hield.
Tristan
much is
Thompson
Bertans
free
People
getting
want
agent
paid?
anyway.
like contenders want Buddy Hield
the worst
and
contract.
How much is Davis Bertans getting paid?
Top 5 worst contract in the NBA.
All right, so
I'll say
I think
mine.
Kings just got to blow it up. Is what I'm
All right,
looking at right here.
I was gonna go a different way, but I'm gonna go. I think. I mean, we've been saying it forever. Buddy Hield. I think he finally.
I think he gets.
Go somewhere else.
Where you
What do
think
you
he's
get
gonna
out
go,
of Buddy?
Lakers?
Who wants to take Buddy's contract? What are you
He's
gonna
a
get
good
out of?
shooter. If
I saw the
if you
Lakers
have the
offer
money
Talon
here-
Horton.
if you
Who has
have
the
the
money
money
right now?
here,
Name a
like-
team that has the money.
I don't
Let me
know.
ask this: what would the Sixers take? Somebody doesn't want to play or Buddy Hield.
Obviously, someone that doesn't want to play because they've been offered more than just Buddy Hield for Simmons and they've declined.
How
it.
much did you say De'Aaron Fox play?
Aren't the Kings done? With
$5 million more than Buddy Hield. I would never trade for Buddy Hield for Ben Simmons before I would trade for De'Aaron Fox. I would get.
I don't
De'Aaron-
think they'd give us De'Aaron Fox for Ben Simmons. Is the whole thing.
I think they're
But what
pushing
are-
this thing towards-
It's like a stubborn thing. Like there's no like they can just sit as long as they want because Ben Simmons is never going to come back.
Buddy
to
Hield's
play.
contract is atrocious. I think you guys are overestimating his value to a team.
I mean, the Lakers offered Talon Horton
How
Tucker
many more
and
years
they
does he have
declined
on
the
his
trade.
contract?
Buddy Hield,
So
3.
that's saying
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3 years and his contract just gets bigger every year, bro.
Yeah, then I guess not. Then I'll go a different way. I'll go.
Buddy Hield's
I'll
going to
go-
be making as much as De'Aaron Fox makes this year in 3 years, basically.
I'll go LeVert. I mean, the Pacers stink. They have so many like decent players they can get rid of and get some draft capital.
Should they get rid of Sabonis?
You don't want him to settle in. He just got there, Levert. Has it been a full year?
No.
Alright, now listen to
He's
this.
been on the team for
Kings-
longer than a year. But he
Kings
hasn't won.
blow it up.
he's also
Pacers
pretty old.
Pacers
You
need to
gotta
make
get
a
him
move.
out.
They haven't been anywhere in a while either.
Sabonis
Sabonis
or-
for Fox and draft picks. Contracts pretty similar.
That's actually not a bad trade at all.
But then here's
Fox
the
is
thing.
so much better than
But do you-
than Sabonis. Is that why you're giving them?
Yeah, that's right. Get a good draft picks. They don't want. My whole point is, no one wants to take the players that the Kings have. They're all just on big contracts. None of them are worth the money that they're making.
So you just
You
get
can't
another good
include.
player.
You can't include these players in contract. No one's gonna package Buddy Hield because then you're putting another $25 million on a contract.
Wait, you're saying Sabonis to the Kings?
Sabonis to the Kings.
That's gonna make them like what, an 8 seed in the West?
Maybe.
Seven.
But they have to-
You still have that pick. Are you saying you want to lose?
But then you got
Yeah.
Halliburton developing. You have Sabonis still going to be going off. You get rid of De'Aaron Fox. You're going to have to.
I
You're
think
gonna have,
but I think you'd rather not have Sabonis and have the number 1 pick than have Sabonis and have like the number 8 pick or something like that, or even better than that.
yeah, you're saying they would.
Well, we gotta
want
worry about the lottery.
No,
That's a whole
I think you
different.
just trade Fox for like picks.
picks. Why? What have
Yeah.
they done with their picks?
Gotten Fox and Halliburton.
And they're about to get rid of Fox and Marvin Bagley
Just because
sucks.
they have so many talented guards, though.
All right, we can
You
talk
gotta
about
get
the
rid of
Kings.
Vaughn.
We could talk about the Kings all day, but we gotta move on to the next question. What is a trade you want to happen?
Ben Simmons and Tobias
Yeah,
Harris
I was gonna say
packaged
Tobias.
in a 3-way trade. Give us De'Aaron
Bag of
Fox.
chips.
Exactly. Back to the King talk.
I'll
I'll take
trade
De'Aaron
Ben
Fo-
Simmons for a kangaroo straight from Australia. Maybe he can dunk.
I'll take a kangaroo.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would
New
not trade
mascot?
Ben Simmons for Buddy Hield. And that's a
Yeah.
bold statement to make. And I'm
Obviously.
still not. Why do you
Well, I
say
don't think-
obviously? I don't think that.
Ben Simmons is a freaking all-star. Buddy Hield's never.
It's
gonna
not
be
what
an
Sixers
all-star.
fans were saying in the playoffs last year.
Well, the Sixers they're asking
Sixers
for
aren't
way
good.
too much from
Sixers
every
aren't good
team.
without him,
They're
so
not
he
gonna.
obviously
They're
means
not
something.
gonna.
What do you realistically think Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons is worth with the players that are being thrown out there in the trade market right now? You got the Kings, you got the Pacers, you got maybe the Celtics, but they're not breaking anything up with Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
You think that's going to happen in the next 10 days, though? Probably not.
JB
Unrealistically,
wants his
they're
own
going to
team.
break that up.
JB just wants his own team.
Yeah, but that's going
Let
to
him
happen
go.
at the end of the year, if anything.
No, you just gotta let him go. We gotta
I mean,
trade him in 10 days.
what are the Sixers' options right now? People are saying wait for Harden in the offseason. There's
Yeah.
no reason why the Nets are going to let Harden walk.
Unless
he
they
said
don't
if
win.
they don't win, he
Yeah.
wants to leave.
option?
He said he doesn't want to come back if they lose again.
Wouldn't it have to be like a sign and trade, though? With like
Yeah,
the money?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
I think he's a player option. Is Kyrie a free agent?
Oh, but it would have to be a sign and trade for the Sixers because Toby and Simmons aren't free agents, right? That's why it's a
Yeah,
sign and trade.
but he wouldn't sign back with the Nets if he didn't if he knew.
But he would have. But my point is, he would have to come to the Sixers because the Sixers would have to trade.
But the only reason
Toby
he's signing to the Nets is because he knows he's going to the Sixers.
Yeah. But that's what. So we trade Simmons and Toby for Harden. That money still doesn't work though. That's still too much money. So we would still have to take more players from the Nets for
Not
money.
necessarily.
Not necessarily.
It's just I think Harden and Simmons have pretty close contracts. Simmons got a bag right before
Toby's contract is
retired.
more than Simmons, isn't it?
No, that's definitely less than Simmons. I think Simmons is I think he got a max extension. Right
I'm gonna look up
before he left.
Sixers contracts. I'm pretty sure Toby makes
I think he
the
just
most
got a
of
max.
He got a max probably like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think
Just like an
I think a
extension,
Harden
rookie
contract
contract.
would be very similar with Simmons' contract.
Okay, but then
right
you
now.
have Toby's whole
No way,
contract
he'd
too.
probably get way
So then
more.
what happens with Toby's
Contracts
contract?
always go up year by year.
That's true too.
Tobias Harris currently and will forever make more money than
Yeah,
Ben
but that's just on the
Simmons.
Nets.
Is he making more money right now?
He currently makes $3 million more than Ben Simmons, and the 2023-24 season he will still be making $2 million more than Ben Simmons.
Kyrie's
on his
also
last
a free
contract
agent.
year. Kyrie's a free agent too.
Yeah, so they probably wouldn't sign him back either. I mean, it's just on them to clear up money at that point to get the players that they want for Harden, because Harden's not going back, so they might as well get something out of it.
The Sixers have all their money and and Toby and Ben Simmons. Literally $70 million in those two players.
And one doesn't even come.
And one doesn't even play for us right now. And it's insane that I'll sit here and say I would not trade for Buddy Hield for Ben Simmons. But I wouldn't.
I would trade for Kyrie.
I would trade for Kyrie too. I'll take his antics. Kyrie is
At least he
top 3 point guard in
plays.
the league
At least he plays.
when he can.
Alright, so my answer for that question, I know you guys went into the 76ers because that's who you're a fan of, but a trade I want to see happen, there's been rumors around it, probably not going to happen, but I would love to see it. John Wall to the Los Angeles Lakers. Make it happen. That's a championship coming back to LA if it happens, 100%.
Russell Westbrook.
Will they trade Westbrook?
It's John
Yes,
Westbrook.
John Wall for Russell Westbrook.
And
picks.
they were
Yeah, I saw that.
Lakers
They
don't have
only
much
want the
draft
first
capital
round
for that.
picks. I saw they only want first
LeBron
round picks
is
for
the
John Wall.
GM coach.
They don't even want Russ.
LeBron wears a million hats. He's not
Oh, he
trading
won.
Russell Westbrook.
I think it'll make the team much better.
Imagine him.
All
imagine
opinion
Russell
aside.
Westbrook gets
Is John Wall healthy right now? That's the real
Yes,
question.
he's healthy. He wants
He's
to
getting
play.
drawled on.
The Houston Rockets said, we don't want you to be the starter. He said, I'm a starter in the NBA. I'm not playing for the organization unless I'm starting. And that's respectful. And they came to,
Is that respectful?
yes.
Listen to your
Because they
coaches.
want-
You don't listen to your coaches.
He wants the
Why can't
younger
he just
players.
dog it out? in
No.
practice?
Listen to this. He wants the younger players to develop. Yet again, Eric Gordon is starting, who is older than John Wall.
Just got to dog it out in practice and become the starter.
Yes, he helps them in practice. He helps them all the time. He's with the team.
Oh, he just doesn't play?
Yes, because he wants to be a starter. He believes he's a starter, especially on the Houston Rockets. Who's their starting point guard?
Is it
Kevin Porter?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even consider him a point guard, honestly.
I'm not sure. I don't know why the Rockets would do that. Lakers don't have draft capital with them. I mean, wouldn't they have to make trades to get?
It'll be
draft
like
picks to make
2024, like after LeBron's gone picks.
Yeah, why would you
Yeah.
want a better player for like if you're a poverty franchise?
What do you mean?
Why would you want Russell Westbrook, who's gonna help you win probably
You think Russell? Westbrook-
on the Rockets? Yeah.
They probably just want to help develop the young players. That's what they're trying to use.
Yeah, I
John
feel
Wall
like-
for.
I don't know, though. Because
John
either
Wall's
way, they're
not-
both
John
like
Wall's not
athletic
helping
point
nobody.
guards.
John Wall's starting with gang signs and that's it.
Russell Westbrook would just want to leave the Rockets.
He's falling
and
down
finish
steps
it.
and shit,
He might
walking,
retire if he gets sent back
walking
to the
into the
Rockets.
practice facility.
All right, enough of the John Wall slander. Next question. Someone you don't want to see traded. I'll start out on this one. I'm going to say Spencer Dinwiddie. Right before this, Ty was saying he saw trade rumors about Spencer Dinwiddie. I believe they're just not giving him time. Look at Russell Westbrook with the Wizards last year. First half of the season before the All-Star break, they were a losing team. After the second half, he got the feel for the Washington Wizards, and they ended up making the playoffs. Why can't the same thing happen with Spencer Dinwiddie? I feel like we're going to give up way too easily on him.
Why do you even want a star player on your team right now? There's no point to have one. It's just
Alright,
a
so you're
mid-level point guard.
So you're calling Spencer Dinwiddie? You just said he's a star player, right? Spencer Dinwiddie?
He is your second star player. And he is a mid-tier point guard that you guys just want to keep around for no reason.
Let me ask you this. You think Bradley Beal's going to want to stay in Washington?
I think he comes off like he does, and his intentions are saying no unless he could have somebody come.
He's so weird. I feel like he says he wants to stay, and then like he'll just be complaining after they lose.
No one likes to lose, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why.
It's all different when you're
It's always after a loss, though. He's like, oh, we got to change something.
So Bradley Beal has 2 years left on his contract, and then he's an unrestricted free agent.
He probably has a
You know
player option, too.
I mean, you got to think. If Bradley Beal, I mean, you got to convince Bradley Beal that to stay, or he's not staying. I mean, you got to give him something. You think Spencer Dinwiddie's going to be that piece for
What could
Bradley
you even
Beal?
flip
Or you think
Spencer
he's gonna-
Dinwiddie for?
I'm not even sure. I know.
Maybe that's why it's a good reason just to keep him, because he's good
Yeah.
and he's not really much value.
I didn't look into.
That's
the-
what I was thinking, like, because I don't even, who would even want him right now? Maybe the Lakers?
With the way he's been playing lately, he's not the Dinwiddie that we all used to know in the Nets.
He still gets
Not
mad
all.
assists, doesn't he?
Not
Dagger?
that much. When Bradley Beal's out, he does his thing, but when he plays with Bradley Beal, they just aren't clicking like they were supposed to.
So when you want to get rid of him, bring someone else in to click with Brad Beal?
We would just be selling him at a low price.
So would you want to get rid of Bradley Beal instead over Spencer Dinwiddie? For the organization, not from a player standpoint?
What about Bertans? What can you do with him? Is there any way where you can just dump that contract?
I've seen trade rumors about Bertans.
Like, would you not just accept any trade that came across your desk that just dumped that whole cap?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'd be all on it. I'd be like, yeah, take it.
well, actually, I believe I saw a trade rumor with the Indiana Pacers, and it included Bertans because of his contract with Sabonis.
The Pacers don't know what they want. The
Well,
Pa-
if they get rid of Sabonis,
Would you have to
they're
give up
rebuilding.
Beal too, though?
Not Beal. It'd be like,
Yeah, but how do
it would
you-
be like young
Then
talent,
would
like
you-
Rui, Denny, like young talent.
How do you-
Probably picks.
How do you rebuild with David Bertans' contract?
Oh, you gotta dump it. You can't.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so big.
That's what I'm saying. How does
It's
a
like a
Pacers
chump.
team acquire David Bertans' contract and say they're
Oh,
rebuilding? That just seems like the most.
They thought he was like the biggest bucket ever.
No, the
Because
Wizards did. I'm
thanks to the
saying that,
76ers.
oh yeah, when he just started popping off against us.
They literally, I think they signed him off of his 3-point percentage. It was like
Yeah.
49 or something one season. And just plummeted.
One player I would not like to see get traded. Now that I think about it, Colin Sexton, not playing, injured this year. They're probably thinking about moving him
Due to the success.
due to the success of how they're playing. I think Sexton's a great player. I think even if they moved into like a 6-man role, a bench player role, he's a great scorer off the bench. I mean, you talk about Spencer Dinwiddie. I look at Sexton pretty similar. They can both get to a bucket, score pretty efficiently. I mean, Sexton's whole thing is.
I think he would be better off the bench.
Yeah, his whole issue is his shot selection. If he was coming off the bench, he'd be getting better shots anyway. I think keeping Sexton. I don't know, but what's Sexton's contract look like? Is that what you're looking up right now?
He might be on the rookie contract. Too.
Yeah, I think Sexton's still on his young contract. I know he's real young.
Well, rumors are from January, if the Cavs make the playoffs, which they probably will, or make the play-in, Colin Sexton may make a return.
What's his
Okay,
name? Broken foot or something?
he might make.
But why
a
wouldn't you
return.
just want to dump a player like that for like another pick or
Yeah,
something
get
so you
an
can
injury.
flop it?
So, if
Like
he's
a
a
6-man isn't really talented.
Actually, 13 hours ago, he's not expected to return this season, so rehab isn't going well.
Who?
Colin Sexton.
Doesn't mean it's not going well.
I mean, he was just on track like
Jeez,
a couple days ago,
VK.
and now he's not.
He fell off track.
he's still on his rookie contract, so yeah, I think Sexton.
What's he have? Is this his last year of his contract?
No, he has just one more year after.
Yeah, I mean, they probably just won't even resign him. Probably just keep him and just never resign him.
He might have some trade value if he comes back. They start using him.
I don't know.
Keep it rolling. Keep it
All right,
rolling.
anybody else have anybody they don't want to see traded?
CJ McCollum.
Really?
I do want to see CJ McCollum
Why?
trade.
Yeah.
I'll say that right now. The Blazers need to blow it up, or Dame needs to go somewhere. Because CJ McCollum and Dame is not a success.
Because if you're not gonna trade Dame, you better keep CJ right next to him and make them lose together, bro.
CJ McCollum. I know he's coming back from whatever happened with like his insides or whatever. What was it, liver?
Yeah.
Something like that. But I think the Blazers. I gotta agree. I think the Blazers just have to make a move. Like it's not working out. It's been like what? Like since like the Warriors
CJ McCollum
dynasty
gonna come
started.
back and hit 43s in his first game.
I'll be honest. I don't want to see John Wall get traded. I think he's very good for the Rockets when he's not playing.
That's just an opinion statement right there.
I think he likes not playing but being in the NBA. I think he likes being called a basketball player but just never having to step on the court.
I don't think you guys keep up with John Wall enough. 'Cause
Reggie Jackson.
I mean, he falls down steps.
Look at his
he
likes
just
on Twitter.
complains.
Look at his likes on Twitter. Just look at his likes on Twitter. That's
Reggie
all.
Jackson's
I'll look up
a
his
big
Twitter
one,
right
too.
now.
Reggie Jackson's been holding the Clippers pretty afloat right now. I mean, they're missing Paul George and Kawhi's kind of been balling. I like to see that team fully healthy again.
John Wall's contract is stupid.
Well, did you see what he,
$44.3 million to sit on the bench?
Damn, bro, that's like $6 million more than Tobias.
his last ever home game as a Washington Wizard before the injury? 40 points, 14 assists, 6
What was the
rebounds,
injury again?
3 steals, 2 blocks, shooting 16 for 27, which is 59.3%.
How many years ago was that?
Can I finish? 4 for 8, 50% from 3. In case you want to bash him for his
How many
three-point
years?
percentage. Plus or minus, plus
How many years
25,
ago?
and 128,
How many years
110
ago?
win. This is in 2018.
Are you saying is that one
2018?
game? Is that one game?
That's his last game.
That was such a fun duo to watch.
Point percentage on one game.
I'm just saying. He was only
They
getting better and
paid this
better.
man $44.3 million because of one game in 2018 is what you're telling me?
No, it was before that. I mean, honestly, you didn't watch the playoffs then if you're talking all this nonsense.
He win anything?
He was, Bradley
Round
Beal wasn't
one?
developed at the time, and he was just carrying that team.
Round one?
Come on, he had Marcin Gortat at center. I know some of you guys aren't fans of Markieff Morris. He had him at power forward. Small
He's a
forward,
forward,
Otto
boy.
Porter. Otto Porter was a small forward.
Well, he's actually good at the time.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is the team he was carrying on his back.
Can't hate on
None of these players are great.
Two-way
Isaiah
slasher.
Thomas they lost to.
How's he dissing Otto
Yeah.
Porter? Like, Otto Porter wasn't his
dropped
guy when he
55.
was on the Wizards.
Otto Porter was just like he wasn't nothing
He's led the
special.
league in NBA shooting 3-point percent.
Dude, Otto Porter
Otto
was that
Porter?
dude.
When?
1 year.
Dude, I think he had the lowest. Really? Who was it? Oh, Kelly Oubre had the worst, right?
And Kelly Oubre was on that team.
Yeah,
He was on that team.
didn't he shoot like 30, like low, like 20% or something like that?
Maybe I'm not sure.
On like 30
All right,
attempts.
we're getting sidetracked. We're talking about the Washington Wizards. All right,
It just all comes back to bashing the Wizards because they suck.
a team that needs to make a move. Now, this is going to be an obvious one. We'll do this one quick. Obviously, the Philadelphia 76ers is my answer. They need to make a move if they want to go anywhere this year.
The Detroit Pistons.
You're saying the Pistons over the Sixers?
Yeah,
Wait, what was the
they
question?
gotta get rid of Jeremy Grant.
A
Get some
team
more
that needs
picks.
to make a move.
A team that needs to make a move is the 76ers.
Yes, the 76ers.
That's an obvious one. Second, probably the Kings. They've been losing for a time now. They probably gotta.
Dude, I don't even know what we could trade Simmons for.
Maybe the
though.
Celtics. Like Jaylen Brown and Tatum has.
I mean,
I
they
literally
as of
think
lately, they've
JB
been like, doing
playing
good.
well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I think Sixers.
So
is the
they just won by
obvious choice.
30 against the Heat today.
I think the Mavs need to. I
Yeah,
think
no
the
one
Mavs
played
need
for
to
the
make a
Heat, though.
move.
Yeah.
The Mavs have been looking pretty mediocre. You
I
got
think the
Luka
Spurs should
balling
make
out,
some
but
moves.
The Mavs haven't really looked different for the past couple of years. They pretty much just flattened out. I feel like they're not. There's not really any progression to be with most of their players other than Luka. Like I couldn't even name most of the. Can you name this Maverick starting five?
Healthy starting five?
Chris Tapps.
Because I know Tim Hardaway just got a broken foot, but it would be Jalen Brunson, Luka,
10.
Porzingis, Well, he just got hurt.
Who's the center?
The center? I
Powell?
guess Dwight Powell or
Kleba?
Max. Yeah, Max
Yeah,
has been
Maxi
starting
Kleber.
games. Yeah, you're right.
Luka needs a sidekick, and I don't think Chris Stapps is
I mean,
the right
foreign boys? You don't like the
Porzingis?
foreign boys?
I just don't think that. I just don't think that
Porzingis is
Kristaps
putting
is the
up
right
numbers
place
Yeah.
now.
this season.
to be fair, I was always a hater on Porzingis, but
putting
he's
up
been
numbers again.
he's been doing well this year.
Only
actually.
reason I know that is because D-Gal just keeps me like checked in on Kristaps.
Regardless of numbers of how he's playing, though, I mean, they're still a 6 seed. I mean, you see how Luka plays, and they're still a 6 seed. Like, I feel like they could just be doing much better.
Yeah,
I
so
wouldn't say
Kyrie's a
Luke-
free agent.
I wouldn't say Luka's like doing like fantastic. Like he's not like
Harden's a
I wouldn't
free
say he's in the
agent.
MVP talk right now.
No, I wouldn't say he's either. But if his team was good and they were winning games, he might be in the MVP talk. Like you just know, it's just that LeBron. If LeBron had a winning record, he would be like probably number 1 in MVP or number 2 in MVP.
Yeah, but that's like what are they, the 8 seed, 7 seed right now, and he's like in the MVP conversation anyway. He's a worse seed than the Mavs, and I feel like he's higher
You
than
think the
Luka
Sixers
anyway.
sign back Covington?
No. And the Lakers.
I
might
think we make a
trade too.
big
Talking
ball
about that rough
trade and we get rid of like Thibault or something. We just get Covington in the off season.
I do not want Rocco back, bro.
Why?
He's a clamp.
He shoot.
He's a
Can he still
clamp.
shoot? How's his shooting percentage good?
Yeah, he still costs money too.
No.
He might take a pay
13
cut. If he's
mil?
taking a
Yeah,
pay
13 mil.
That was his last
That's more than-
contract though, so now it's just less. You
cut.
just
Yeah, if
you're
he's
just
taking a
getting
pay
older,
cut,
so it
then
goes
I'll take
down.
him.
Still though, even if it was less, even if it's like 10 million, you still got.
Oh, it'd be less. He's probably getting like vet salaries now,
All right, well, maybe.
like
Maybe
McGee
it'd be a good
salaries.
move. Sixers definitely need to make a trade though. I mean, that's the underlying thing here. It's obvious.
I would get rid of most of the team and just keep.
Just wasted in Embiid's prime. It's embarrassing.
We're just going through year by year of just losing to either the Bucks.
Trusting the wrong process here.
All right, next
The
category.
process should have worked. Could have worked.
Next category.
Couple flukes.
A team that needs to rebuild and blow up. I know you touched on the Kings a little bit, but I would have to say the Indiana Pacers. I mean, they're just. I thought like last year and like years before, like they're just like a bottom seed, like 7, 8. But this year they're not even in the play-in so
You know
far.
what's funny as shit? I'm scrolling through this and all the players that have to be traded are Kings players and Pacers players. Number 1, De'Aaron Fox. Number 2, Bagley. Number 3, LeVert. Number 4, Rashawn Holmes.
Sabonis up there?
5, Buddy Hield. 6, Sabonis.
Because these are teams that have just been like stuck.
And then it's Robert Covington.
Wow, we really hit on all of them. It's not going to be a full team blow up, but I think the Celtics need to just blow everything up.
I'd say the
Brown and
Trailblazers.
Tatum. The Celtics went from being like a final contender, possibly like a few years ago, and they just look worse and worse every year. Just their Jaylen Brown and Tatum have gotten better, and their team's gotten worse.
I would just
So
say
don't-
I feel like the Celtics are always just like one player away from being like probably the best team in the East. Like if they had another star or just like even a mediocre big or something, they could easily be the number
Like
1
who?
team.
Like realistically.
Sabonis, I guess. Like if they brought in someone like Sabonis, they would probably be the number 1 team. In
I don't
the
think
East.
they have enough to get Sabonis.
Yeah, I don't know what they could trade.
you could probably throw in like Rob Williams, a couple picks, maybe like
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
What about
Make the money work, I guess.
What's
Schroeder's not even
Williams'
big
trade
money
value
though.
looking like?
Who?
Marcus
Williams.
Smart, maybe.
They should get like Gallinari or something like that. Some
The
vets.
Celtics?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know if that'll.
Yeah, I feel like they're just one player away from
No,
just
Celtics need to,
smoking the whole East.
the problem with the Celtics is they keep trying to bring all these different type of role players in. They need another star type player.
No, because every time
They
they
need
bring in a star, it's like Kemba Walker and Kyrie, and they fall apart as soon as they step foot in the organization for some reason. It's the weirdest.
Well, who would you say right now is the Boston Celtics' third option?
Probably
It's probably Marcus Smart.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart, but
Who?
no, it's not Schroeder. Schroeder gets
Yeah,
benched.
maybe.
He's
He's been going off
some
recently,
nights.
though.
No, he has not. Some nights he just goes off, and then other nights he's like
Yeah,
not
but
even there.
yeah, but that's also because Marcus Smart was dealing with an injury though too.
That could be one of the reasons too. But I
No,
know,
would you guys just like drop Ben Simmons and pick up Ricky Rubio in the free agency this year?
Absolutely not.
Ricky Rubio. I mean, before his injury.
Guess how much Ricky Rubio is getting paid this year, Lundy?
An amount that's gonna make me sick.
No, Ricky. Don't. We're not starting with the slander on Ricky.
All
Rubio.
right, I just.
Before the injury, he was playing most improved basketball
All
player.
right, 13 13.1 points per game,
Oh.
6.6 assists, and 1.4 steals. How much are you paying this man?
I'll pay him based on what I've seen in the past. I'm not paying him any more than like $8 million a year.
Oh, you haven't. I mean, it's tough to say. Like, if he never got injured, that would be way more than $8 million a year. If he didn't get injured, he was playing his best basketball.
Oh no,
I'll
it's
give
actually
you comparable-
post-injury
I'll
they
give you-
gave him this contract.
I'll give you a
it's
comparable contract.
It's the Cavs.
Seth Curry. Okay, like I was saying, Seth Curry makes $8 million a year. That's a comparable contract. You're gonna pay Ricky Rubio more money than Seth Curry on the basketball court.
I mean, the way Ricky Rubio was playing, he was with the Cavs. He was playing great basketball. He had all the
17
bigs around him. He got him open.
$17.8 million
But BK, let me
for 1 year.
BK, let me bring this up. Ready? Look at them without Ricky Rubio. They're still playing good. Why do you have to pay Ricky Rubio that money if they're still paying good without him?
Jalen Brunson's a free agent coming up too.
Like that just seems like a waste of a bag to me.
I'd bring him back. to Philly.
$13 million for Ricky Rubio when you could save $13 million. Bring in like a
Off the bench.
try to bring in like a star player, like something like I don't know.
Awesome
The Cavs
off
are like
bench.
I feel like the Cavs are partially through like a rebuild right now. Like they got brought in some like, young talent.
A rebuild that's like, what, a 6-5 seed? That's not really rebuilding. That's like competing.
Yeah, but I'm
Like
saying
accidental rebuild. Or accidental competing. Like
I'm saying they just
Like,
I
they
just,
didn't expect to fucking.
No,
saying
they're
they
the
just-
most, like, they're the... Nobody expected them, though.
I think they just got through like the very beginning stages of a rebuild where like you get like some young talent, you get like they have good draft capital right now, like they have like options what they're saying. Like I
feel
don't
like
see
they-
why
they
they would
messed
pay like
up,
a
like-
veteran Ricky Rubio $13 million when they could get like a
I
bunch
mean,
of other
they
players.
pay Kevin Love so much.
Yeah, but they don't want to pay Kevin Love that much money. They don't want to pay Kevin Love that contract.
You
Kevin Love just
don't want to pay Ricky Rubio that contract either.
That's
That's
what
what he
I'm
asked for.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like I don't.
This is like when you're in contract talks, you're probably like, I want this player, and then the price slowly goes up, and at some point you're just like, all right, fine, and you just get that player, and then he gets hurt or something, and then he just falls off.
All right, a player that needs a trade. I'll start out, and you guys are gonna hate this answer. I'm gonna say Ben Simmons. I think we need to free him, and I just want to see this guy play basketball because he's one of the best defenders in the league at the end of the day.
I
Do you
agree.
watch basketball for defense?
Yes.
I don't. That's for sure.
All right, I'll say Damian Lillard. That's just a franchise that has just had no hope of winning the championship for a while. No one wants to play in Portland. Just get him on a franchise that can.
Dame is their hope.
That's what, but it's just too much on him. He's just gotta go. He's just done too much. He's proved himself already. His loyalty's been shown. Just go win. Just go play on a winning team.
I don't think he'd ever leave on his own terms, though. I feel like they'd have to get rid of him for him to leave. My player is Jeremy Grant. I think he's just an old man on a young team. Probably get moved to a team like the Lakers, come off the bench, and just make a splash coming off the bench.
All right, I guess we'll move on to the next category for this. It's gonna be like a little skit. I'm gonna give everybody a team, or I'll assign you guys a team, and you have to tell me for your team. Don't worry about anybody else. Do you accept this trade? All right, ready? This is one I found online. Ty, you're gonna be the Bulls. You're accepting Ben Simmons. You're gonna be the 76ers. You're accepting Damian Lillard. You're the Portland Trailblazers. You get Derrick Jones Jr., Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Troy Brown Jr., and a 2028 first-round pick. We'll start out with the Bulls. Do you accept this trade?
Only giving up one pick. Patrick,
This is the Sixers pick.
I'm not
So
even
you're giving up
pick.
Derrick Jones Jr.,
I'm just giving up Kobe
Patrick
White.
Williams. You're giving up young players, Kobe White, Troy Brown Jr.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Bulls are accepting.
100%.
76ers accepting Damian Lillard. Are the Trailblazers?
No.
Trailblazers declining.
Decline.
I don't blame him.
I would also decline if I was the Trailblazers. I'm not.
I feel like I would have to give up some picks. When I said my pick, I was like on the fence, but like I was like I probably would
The
have to give up
The
picks.
Sixers would have to shed off picks with that too. for Dame. Like,
Yeah, it was
That's
their
it.
pick. It was their pick. It wasn't my pick. I didn't give
Oh,
up any. I
really?
just gave up 3 young players. I feel like
It was a
if
Sixers.
it were to get accepted,
Sixers would have to give up another first, and they would also have to give up another first. The
I'd probably have to give 2 first.
Trailblazers would need at least 3 first-round picks
Yeah.
and all the players you just said for that trade to even be considered.
Those 3 players are they like to the Bulls. That's like honestly nothing. in my
Yeah, brother.
Alright, next one. Alright, there's only 2, so who wants to be involved?
I want to be involved.
opinion.
Ty's got it.
Alright. You'll be the Celtics. You're getting CJ McCollum, Robert Covington, Anthony Simons. You're going to be the Trailblazers. You get Marcus Smart, Josh Richardson, Jaylen Brown, Aaron Naismith. Do the Celtics accept? You decline?
Hell yeah, I accept that trade.
I'm declining.
The
How about
Celtics. The Celtics lose that trade 100%.
I don't think CJ McCollum
He's not that much better
McCollum.
than Marcus Smart. Like,
Yeah, and Jaylen Brown
Yeah,
just getting
Jaylen
thrown
Brown.
in with Marcus Smart. I feel like it's just like you would have it'd be like Jaylen Brown.
Like, I think you could just take
CJ
Smart out
McCollum.
entirely. And, like, and
I
that might
thought
just
you
be,
were
like, for the
thinking
money to
Brown
work, but, like,
entirely.
Marcus...
Like Jaylen Brown might not, like I don't even know if you'd want to give him up for CJ
I mean,
McCollum.
Jaylen Brown's an all-star.
Jaylen Brown,
Yeah.
maybe for, like, McCollum, Covington...
Anthony
and, like,
Simons could be like something. Isn't he like 19?
He's young.
Yeah, I think he's
He's
like
young.
super.
He's
young.
not 19. I'd say like 20, 21.
Super young.
Alright. Next one, we got a 3-team trade. Alright, Ty, you're going to be the Pacers. You're getting Ben Simmons, THT,
Why am I always getting Ben Simmons?
and Kendrick Nunn.
Wait, who? THT.
And Kendrick Nunn.
Alright.
Alright, you're going to be the Sixers. You're getting Karis LeVert and Torrey Craig. You're going to be the Lakers. You're getting Miles Turner. So do the
Lakers,
Pacers,
I'm getting Miles Turner, and I'm giving up THT.
Kendrick
Yeah.
Nunn.
Okay, and
That's all you're giving up. Do the Pacers accept? The Pacers accepting?
Yeah. Kendrick Nunn. Definitely coming over. Coming over to Indiana.
I like LeVert, so I would personally take that trade, but the Sixers aren't taking that trade. But that was offered. It was LeVert and,
I mean, I think
You get Torrey Craig,
THT
who's like a defender.
and Ben Simmons would be a dynamic
no, but
duo.
I'm saying in the summer
That'd be
that
a
trade was
problem.
offered for Simmons. It was Karis LeVert.
With Sabonis?
No, not Sabonis.
Torrey Craig.
I don't even give up Sabonis. I just get Ben Simmons and THT. Like I'm probably winning a chip.
Do the Lakers accept?
yeah, we accept. We're trying to win a championship right now. We got LeBron who's aging.
Who they get?
Miles Turner. So
Yeah.
everybody accepts that trade?
I'd probably do that trade.
I accept that trade.
Wow, okay. Alright, this is the last one. We'll mix it up. I won't give you Simmons this time. You're the
Oh,
Philadelphia 76ers. You get Harrison Barnes, De'Aaron Fox, 2027 round 1, 2023 round 1, top 3 protected. Both, or that one's from the Kings, the first one was from the Lakers. You're the Lakers, you get Tobias Harris, Buddy Hield. You're the Kings, you get Westbrook, Simmons, and THT.
Westbrook, Simmons, and THT.
What team is he?
The Kings. Rebuild mode. So do the Philadelphia 76ers accept?
Fox, Barnes, and 2 first-round picks.
And one of them's top 3 protected.
Just for Ben or Ben and Toby?
Ben and Toby.
Yeah.
Accepting?
Yeah, accepted.
Okay, do the Lakers accept?
Nah,
You don't want Tobias Harris and Buddy Hield?
nah.
Okay, do the Kings accept?
I don't blame you guys.
Okay.
We chilling over here, bro.
Alright, so out of these 4, we only got 1 successful. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you stay tuned in the future. And this is the end of our first podcast.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.
Professor.